पिछली क्लास में हमने क्या किया था? हम लोगों ने किया था रिएक्शन ऑफ ग्रुप 15 विद हाइड्रोजन, जिसमें कि इट फॉर्म्स हाइड्राइड्स और all the characteristics of hydrides we had discussed. For example, we discussed the basic character, we discussed their bond angle, reducing character, thermal stability, solubility, boiling points. All this we had discussed in our previous class. Now today we go on to the next one, that is reaction with halogens. Halogens के साथ जब ये वाला ग्रुप रिएक्ट करता है तो it forms halides. ठीक है? This group forms two types of halides, one which is known as EX3 and the other one which is known as EX5. Okay? Now when we are looking at all the halides, it is seen that nitrogen is unable to form pentahalides due to absence of vacant d orbitals. Right? When we are looking at the electronic configuration of nitrogen, we can see that nitrogen has the electronic configuration helium 2s2 2p3. ठीक है? 2 के पास d ऑर्बिटल्स प्रेजेंट नहीं होते तो 5 कोवैलेंसी वो तब शो कर सकता है, पेंटाहलाइड्स वो तब शो कर सकता है अगर इसके पास 5 अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो. But over here you can see only 3 unpaired electrons are present. Whereas if you're looking at the electronic configuration of phosphorus, it has neon 2s2, sorry, 3s2, 3p, 3 and 3d over here, that is going to be vacant. So one electron from here, that is from the s, 3s, it gets excited to 3d. Okay? As a result of which इसके पास एक इलेक्ट्रॉन अनपेयर्ड हो गया, इसके पास 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अनपेयर्ड हो गए और इसके पास भी एक हो गया. So total number of unpaired electrons they become equal to 5. Therefore phosphorus can easily form pentahalides of the type PCl5. ठीक है? Nitrogen does not form pentahalides. Nitrogen forms only trihalides. Now when we are talking of trihalides and pentahalides, let's discuss them one by one. We are going to discuss trihalides first. Trihalides which are formed by this group, they are of the type EX3. Now all trihalides, they are going to be stable. All trihalides are stable. ठीक है? But when we are going to the trihalides of hydrogen, it is seen that in case of trihalides, NCl3, NBr3 and Ni3, they are not going to be stable. Okay? So trihalide में जो nitrogen का stable होता है, that is only NF3. Rest of the trihalides जो कि NCl3 हो गए, NBr3 हो गए और Ni3 हो गए, all these three they are going to be unstable. Now why this is happening? This is because as we are traveling from chlorine to iodine, the size of the halogen that is going to increase. ठीक है? So अगर halogen का size increase होगा तो जो bond length होगी नाइट्रोजन और halogen के बीच में, that is also going to increase and the bond dissociation energy that decreases. Therefore this bond can be easily broken. In case of chlorine, the size is small, therefore the bond length is also small, bond dissociation energy is going to be high, so NF3 that is going to be stable. ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद all the trihalides have a lone pair of electrons. जैसे if you are looking at the structure of NF3 over here, this is going going to be the structure of NF3 with one lone pair of electrons which is present. So because of the presence of this lone pair of electrons, it is going to, all of these they are going to behave as bases. Okay? Because of the lone pair of electrons. Now, tendency to act as Lewis bases, it will keep on decreasing from Ni3 to NF3. So, here Ni3, that is going to be the strongest base, right? फिर उसके बाद आ गया NPR3, फिर उसके बाद आ जाएगा NCl3 and the weakest base in this case, that is going to be NF3. Okay, so this is the trend of the bases. Why this is happening? This is due to the decrease, due to the increase in electronegativity as we are traveling from iodine to fluorine. So electronegativity that will keep on increasing. फिर third जो इसमें आता है, the phosphorus of trihalides of phosphorus and antimony, they act as Lewis acids. This is again important कि जो trichlorides है, phosphorus and antimony, they behave as Lewis acids instead of Lewis bases. Why do they behave as Lewis acids? Because during bonding they are using their d orbitals. Okay, so P में phosphorus में भी d orbitals present है, antimony में भी d orbitals present है. So instead of donating the lone pair of electrons, because of the vacant d orbitals, they can easily accept lone pair of electrons and hence they start behaving as Lewis acids. ठीक है? Then the next point which we have is कि except NF3 and PF3, all the other trihalides, they can be easily hydrolyzed by water. So this is again an important equation which comes. What are we saying over here? We are saying that except NF3 and PF3, all other trihalides are hydrolyzed by water. Are going to be hydrolyzed by water. Means if we are taking क्या कहते हैं उसको, if we are taking NF3 and PF3 and we are trying to hydrolyze it, these two they are not going to be hydrolyzed. Rest जितने भी है जैसे एंटिमनी का, बिस्मथ का, वो सारे के सारे trihalides जो है they can be easily hydrolyzed by water. ठीक है? Now in this case another NF3 और PF3 के अलावा कौन सी trihalides हुए? अगर नाइट्रोजन के हम लोग trihalides ले रहे हैं तो NCl3. ओके, सो अगर हम NCl3 लेते हैं और उसको हम वाटर के साथ रिएक्ट करते हैं, then in that case this is going to be hydrolyzed to give us ammonia and HClO. Okay, so let's balance this. We have 3 over here and we are going to have 3 over here. In a similar manner, if we are taking PCl3 plus 3H2O, this is going to give us phosphine, which is PH3, and it is going to give us phosphoric acid, H3PO3 and HCl. Okay, balance करो आप इसको इक्वेशन को फिर से, तो यहाँ पे we are going to get 3HCl. Right? Trihalides में सिर्फ NF3 और PF3 जो है, they are not going to be hydrolyzed. Rest all will be hydrolyzed. So when you're looking over here, when NCl3 is hydrolyzed, we are getting a base. Ammonia is a base. Whereas when PCl3 is hydrolyzed, we are going to get an acid over here. H3PO3. ठीक है, सो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि in case of HCl3 it is only going to behave as proton donor. So HCl3 will only behave as a base, whereas PCl3 can accept a pair of electrons and they can be converted into acids. Therefore PCl3 is acidic, whereas NCl3 that is going to be basic in nature. ठीक है, और PCl3 क्यों इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है? That is because of the presence of vacant d orbitals which are present. ठीक है, have you understood? Okay. फिर उसके बाद next, second we go to pentahalides. The second type of halides which are formed, they are pentahalides. Pentahalides of the type EX5. ठीक है, so it forms pentahalides of the type EX5, and we have already done that nitrogen does not form pentahalides. Amongst other pentahalides, PCl5 that is going to be the most common pentahalide which is present. ठीक है, इसके अलावा bismuth जो है, although bismuth has vacant d orbital, still it does not form pentahalides due to inert pair effect. ठीक है, हमको पता है inert pair effect क्या होता है कि when we are looking at the outermost electronic configuration, it is ns2np3. okay, फिर उसके पास bismuth के पास nd n-1d is also present. okay, but still from here the electron from s does not shift to n-1d. why? Because of inert pair effect. क्या होता है inert pair effect? Reluctance of s electron to participate in bonding. ठीक है, so bismuth pentahalides नहीं बनाता because of inert pair effect. Nitrogen pentahalides नहीं बनाता because of absence of vacant d orbitals. Got it? Okay. फिर pentahalides जो है, when we talking of pentahalides of phosphorus, they are non-stable. Pentahalides, they are not going to be stable. They, because of their, why they are not stable? Because of their trigonal bipyramidal structure. The hybridization which is present in this case is going to be sp3d, and as a result of which जो इसकी geometry होती है, that is trigonal bipyramidal. Now this is not a very stable क्या कहते हैं उसको structure, because repulsions take place in this case. So if you are looking at the structure of PCl5, this is going to be the structure of PCl5. Due to repulsions, this is not a stable compound, so it can dissociate, giving us trichloride. Okay, और जो structure trichloride का रहता है, hybridization is sp3, and this is going to be the structure of PCl3. ठीक है, now when we are looking in case of pentahalides, it is seen according to the X-ray studies. According to X-ray studies, that in the solid form, PCl5 exists as an ionic compound. PCl5 exists as an ionic compound in the form of a dimer us PCl4 and PCl6 negative. ठीक है? So all pentahalides, they are going to behave as Lewis acids. This is again important. All pentahalides, they are going to behave as Lewis acids, right? Why Lewis acids? Because of presence of vacant d orbitals. So if we have a pentahalide of the type MS5, because of presence of vacant d orbitals, it can change its oxidation state, or it can accept a lone pair of electrons, giving us a compound of the type MX6. Right? Now in this case, when we are talking of the hybridization of central metal over here, the hybridization in this case is going to be sp3d, whereas on accepting another halogen, the hybridization that changes to sp3d2. ठीक है? तो इसका जो शेप होगा that is going to be trigonal bipyramidal, whereas जो इसका शेप होगा that is going to be octahedral. Okay, so this is about halides. Let's go on to the next reaction with oxygen, formation of oxides. Next हमारा आ गया third reaction with oxygen, formation of oxides. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे जब हम लोग oxides देखते हैं, the most common oxides which are formed, they are of the type X2O3, X2O4 and X2O5. ठीक है? So these are the three kinds of oxides, the most common oxides which are formed by all. जैसे if you're talking of nitrogen, nitrogen will form N2O3, which is nitrogen trioxide. It will form N2O4, which is nitrogen tetroxide, and it will form N2O5, which is nitrogen pentoxide. In a similar manner, phosphorus will also form P2O3, P2O4, P2O5. ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद आर्सेनिक भी बनाएगा सेम, right? And then antimony also, right? And finally bismuth. And Bi2O5. ठीक है? Now because we are looking at oxides over here, तो हम लोगों को पता है कि जितने भी non-metallic oxides होते हैं, they are going to be acidic in nature. Okay? और जो metallic oxides होते हैं, they all are basic in nature. So over here, the oxides, they are going to be acidic, but the acidic character keeps on decreasing as we move from acidic character keeps on decreasing as we are moving from nitrogen to bismuth. The reason behind this is कि nitrogen जो है, that is we have studied already, it is a non-metal. Phosphorus is a non-metal. Arsenic and antimony, या arsenic you can say is a metalloid, and antimony and bismuth they are metals. ठीक है? So जैसे जैसे metallic character की तरफ हम बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, वैसे वैसे acidic character that is going to decrease and the basic character is going to increase. ठीक है? Whereas when we are moving from a lower oxidation state to higher oxidation state, if you're looking at the oxidation state of nitrogen over here, that is going to be +3. ठीक है? यहाँ पे इसकी oxidation state +4 और यहाँ पे उसकी oxidation state +5. So when we are moving from +3 to +5, higher oxidation state, in all the cases the acidic character increases. In all the cases, acidic character that is going to increase. Right? So let's just point out explaining the acidic character of these. The first is greater the electronegativity, greater is going to be the acidic character. Greater the electronegativity, greater is going to be the acidic character. ठीक है? Secondly, for the same element, higher the oxidation state. For the same element, higher the oxidation state, you can see over here, higher the oxidation state, more is going to be the acidic character. Okay? Now, apart from these, nitrogen forms two more oxides. So, यहाँ पे N2O3 आ गया, N2O4 आ गया, N2O5 आ गया. Apart from these, nitrogen forms two more oxides, one which is N2O and the other one which is NO. N2O में the oxidation state of nitrogen is +1, whereas in this case it is +2. This N2O or nitrous oxide, this is known as the laughing gas, right? Now, what is the reason behind nitrogen forming so many oxides? Although हम लोगों ने ये पढ़ा कि nitrogen does not have any vacant d orbitals, so how can it extend its covalency to +5? ठीक है? क्योंकि यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे +3 है, यहाँ पे +4 है, यहाँ पे +5 है, यहाँ पे +1 है और +2 है. तो नाइट्रोजन ऑलमोस्ट सारे ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट्स में ऑक्साइड्स बना रहा है. The reason behind this is that nitrogen has a tendency to form p-pi multiple bonds. p-pi multiple bonds with oxygen. Therefore, it forms oxides. This we will do in detail when we will do all the respective oxides of nitrogen separately. Okay? So, abhi you should know that it is forming p-pi bonding. Alright? Now, when we are talking of stability of oxides, we say that the oxides which are in higher oxidation state, they are going to be more stable. Okay? So, oxides in higher oxidation states are more stable. Okay, but if we are comparing from N2O5 to Bi2O5, then जैसे atomic number is going to increase, the stability that is going to decrease. So we are talking of order of stability, this matters. So order of stability हमारी क्या आ जाएगी? We are saying that N2O5 that is going to be most stable, फिर उसके बाद P2O5, फिर उसके बाद AS2O5, then Sp2O5 and then Bi2O5. So as the atomic number is going to increase, the stability that will decrease. Okay? Now, when we are talking of oxidizing properties, so we say except for P2O5, except for P2O5, all others they are going to show oxidizing properties. And amongst all the oxides over here, N2O5 is the strongest oxidizing agent. N2O5, that is going to be the strongest oxidizing agent. structurally, when we talking of structures of all the oxides, it is seen that the oxides of nitrogen, they have different structures than all the rest of the oxides due to, as I just told you, p-pi multiple bonding, which it is going to show. Also, all the structures of oxides of nitrogen, they are resonance stabilized. Oxides of nitrogen are they all are going to be resonance stabilized. ठीक है? Now when we looking at the structure of oxides, due to its different structures, the oxides of nitrogen, they may be diamagnetic or they may be paramagnetic. So we are looking at N2O. N2O, it is a neutral gas which is colorless, right? So let's just point out all of them. When we talking of gases, so I just said that oxides of nitrogen, they have different structures than rest of the oxides due to p-pi multiple bonding. So N2O जो gas है, which is also known as laughing gas. ठीक है? This is a colorless. This is a colorless gas and it is going to be diamagnetic. What do we understand by diamagnetism? That it is going to be repelled by the magnetic field. ठीक है? अच्छा, एक हमने वो किया था, क्या वो इसके फॉलो करता है? Let's see, हमने किया था कि diamagnetism के लिए number of electrons should be even. ठीक है? So इससे देखो फॉलो करता है 7 2s are 14, 14 plus 8. They are going to be 22. So number of electrons are even, therefore it is going to be diamagnetic in nature. ठीक है? Second जो हमारे पास आ गया, nitric oxide. This is also a colorless gas. This is also going to be a colorless gas and it is paramagnetic in nature. पैरामैग्नेटिक इन नेचर. सो अगेन इसमें देखो, इसके पास कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है? 7 और इसके पास 8. 8 and 7 they are going to be 15 odd number of electrons, so it is going to be paramagnetic. ठीक है? नेक्स्ट हमारे पास आ जाता है N2O3. N2O3 is blue in color and this is going to be, कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है इसके पास? 7 2s are 14 and 8 3s are 24. Again even number of electrons. So this is going to be diamagnetic. ठीक है? नेक्स्ट हमारे पास आ गया नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड. This is a brown color gas. ओके, अब देखो ये पैरामैग्नेटिक है कि डायमैग्नेटिक? इट शुड बी पैरा. 7 इसके पास है और 2 8 16 इसके पास है, ऑड नंबर. So this is going to be paramagnetic. ठीक है? The last we have is N2O5. Colorless. Again, this is going to be diamagnetic in nature. ठीक है? So these are the oxides of nitrogen or oxides of group 15. The next which we are going to discuss over here, that is the oxoacids of group 15. Oxoacids of group 15. We say that all the elements of this group, they form oxoacids. All are going to form oxoacids. Nitrogen जो है वो बहुत सारे ऑक्सा एसिड्स बनाता है, बट द मोस्ट कॉमन and which can be used variedly, that is nitrous acid, HNO2, and nitric acid, HNO3. HNO3 in fact is a very strong acid. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास नेक्स्ट जो आता है phosphorus. Phosphorus forms the following acids. The first one is H3PO2, which is हाइपोफॉस्फोरस एसिड. ठीक है, सेकेंड ये बनाता है H3PO3, हाइपोफॉस्फोरस एसिड. ठीक है, ओ सॉरी हाइपो नहीं, सिर्फ फॉस्फोरस एसिड. हाइपो तो पिछले वाला था. दिस इज ओनली फॉस्फोरस एसिड. ओके, फिर उसके बाद आ जाता है H3PO4. This is going to be phosphoric acid. Okay? फिर उसके बाद आ गया, इसको हम लोग ऑर्थोफॉस्फोरिक एसिड भी बुलाते हैं, राइट? ऑर्थोफॉस्फोरिक एसिड भी बुलाते हैं. Then we have HPO3, H2PO3. Sorry, सिर्फ HPO3. This is known as metaphosphoric acid. You should know the formula and names of all of these acids. Sometimes it is given to you in the question in the form of the names. You need to know the formula. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास आता है H4P2O4. H4P2O4. This is known as hypophosphoric acid. Hypophosphoric acid. And then we have H4P2O7. This is known as pyrophosphoric acid. Pyrophosphoric acid. ठीक है. Now when we talking of the strength or stability of the oxa acids, so in this case those which have the same oxidation number, all those acids in which the central atom is having the same oxidation number, it decreases क्या कहते हैं उसको, the stability that is going to decrease with decrease in electronegativity. Okay, so if you looking at let's say यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे HNO3 में what is the oxidation state of nitrogen? 3 to the 6, 6 minus 1, that is going to be +5. ठीक है, सिमिलरली यहाँ पे भी +5. Now nitrogen is going to be more electronegative than phosphorus. Therefore we say that HNO3 is going to be more stable than HPO3. Have you understood? जैसे जैसे इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिक्रीज करती चली जाएगी, वैसे वैसे स्टेबिलिटी भी डिक्रीज करती चली जाएगी, प्रोवाइडेड द सेंट्रल एटम इज हैविंग द सेम ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर. क्लियर हो गया? सो वी टॉकिंग ऑफ से HNO3 and we are talking of H3PO4. ठीक है, we are talking of H3ASO4 and H3SPO4. Just look at the oxidation state over here. 3 to the 6 +5. ओके, और यहाँ पे कितनी आ जाएगी? 4 to the 8, 8 minus 3 +5. यहाँ पे भी +5 और यहाँ पे भी +5. Right? In this case, HNO3 is a very strong acid. This is the strongest acid amongst all. जब हम H3PO4 में जाते हैं, then this is weak. So, in other words, we can say that the acidic strength that will keep on decreasing as we keep going down the group. समझ आ गया यहाँ तक? Okay. Now, when we talking of nitrogen, nitrogen is the first element of this group. So, when we talking of nitrogen, we say that we have seen all these properties. We have seen that nitrogen that behaves quite differently than rest of the elements of the family. So, why does that happen? Let's see. The abnormal behavior of nitrogen is due to the following reasons. Number one, it has the smallest size. ठीक है? Number two, it has highest electronegativity. ठीक है? Number three, absence of vacant d orbitals. Absence of vacant d orbitals, and also it has the tendency to form p-pi multiple bonds. Right? Now, because of these four reasons which we have pointed down over here, there are many properties of nitrogen which are going to be different than the others. जैसे for example, if we are talking of nitrogen, nitrogen that is going to exist as a gas, whereas rest of the members they exist as solids. If we are talking of phosphorus, phosphorus is P4. Okay, so nitrogen that is going to exist as a diatomic gas. We have already done this, and phosphorus exists as a tetraatomic solid. That is because nitrogen, it has a tendency to form p-pi bonding, as a result of which there is going to be a triple bond which is present between nitrogen, which is a weak bond. Pi bonding is a weaker bonding, so it exists as a gas. Then second, nitrogen shows maximum catenation. This is one point of difference. The second point of difference is that nitrogen shows maximum catenation. It is seen in certain compounds that nitrogen, it can form bonds with itself up to a chain of carbon 8 nitrogen atoms. ठीक है? Up to a chain of 8 nitrogen atoms. Phosphorus 4 show करता है in its structure. So maximum catenation that is shown by this. ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद nitrogen, it has a tendency to form 5 oxides. We have just done this. Why does it form 5 oxides? Because it forms p-pi bonding with oxygen. ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद hydrogen bonding that is going to be present in case of ammonia in hydrides. This also we have already done. Okay, because of high electronegativity of nitrogen, it has a tendency to form hydrogen bonds, as a result of which NH3 that exists as a liquid ki gas. सारे ही gases exist करते हैं, liquid नहीं exist करता है. NH3 also exists as a gas, but it has the highest boiling point amongst all the hydrides of this group. That is because of association of ammonia because of hydrogen bonding. ठीक है? फिर we say that nitrogen is chemically inert. Nitrogen that is going to be chemically inert. Why? Because it has a triple bond, because of which it has a very high bond dissociation energy of approximately 942 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so these were all the kind of compounds some of them which we are going to discuss in detail in our next section. तो अभी के लिए हम यहीं तक करते हैं. All right.